Hi Libra, this is your June reading, June 2017. So we're just starting off with a beautiful scene. Angels like to rhyme. That wasn't me. That was somebody else. So yeah, when it's good and it flows like that, I don't give myself credit. I am credited with all the stumbling and fumbling over words as all us humans. So the angels, they speak in divine ways, in rhyme, in song, rhythm. Um, so yeah, just starting off the scene with some stillness, silence. Now let's get into your reading. I have to turn the light on because it's still not quite enough natural light in here. It's still pretty early. It's about 7:45, 7:42 right now. 7:42 a.m. on the West Coast, California. So, yeah, let's get into your reading and see what's in store for you for June, Libra. Let me go ahead and turn on the light now. Get us down here with the cards. So, one card from this deck will be the main focus, focal energy, focal point for June, for you, okay? One card from the Journey of Love to see where you're at in the love department. So there's different kinds of love, so it could be romantic. Okay, so that will let us know what facet of love will be the focus for you for June. And these cards will be enhancers to the main focal energy. Okay, so clarification, stone, clear quartz crystal. These have all, for some reason I wanted to grab the deck. Okay, so 9 of Wands is at the bottom, and I just shuffled all of these really well. So I will shuffle a little bit on camera though, just so everyone can see the magic of the cards for themselves. So 9 of Wands, we'll see how that plays in. It's very odd that my hand wanted to pick up the deck, even though this is the deck that I've started with in every other reading. So, It's like my hand couldn't leave it alone. It's like you can't, there's something about the 9 of Wands that's not allowing you, you're not allowing yourself to get to the 10 so you can just drop the burden. Something won't let you let it go. Yeah, okay, something about you can't just leave it alone. You can't just leave it alone. Like you keep picking at something like a scab. You can't just leave it alone. You can't just leave it alone, I'm getting. So we'll see if any cards want to present themselves. Always working with Team God, the team of the highest benevolence, so we get the clearest messages that are the best for our soul and our spirit. Mastery over the self starts with mastery over the mind, because a thought leads to a feeling, leads to an action, and what we do creates our reality. Yeah, the 5 of Wands wanted to stick out, so that's strife, but you learn understanding and team building skills through, like, if there's a hurricane or some kind of natural disaster, yes, we know all the bad stuff, what we consider to be bad, associated with those events, but the aftermath, the people really feel deeply. They see what's really important. They come together as a community more than they ever have. So okay, so if none want to pop, then we're going to cut the deck and put, okay. Usually right when I'm about ready to do that, for the most part. Okay, so usually when a card pops, I check the bottom and the top, and look, that was the card that popped out. Five of Wands, Strife, that I was just talking about. It already showed itself, and there it is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah, the next card was the Star card. You just need to let the Spirit guide you, which is the Holy Spirit, which is, there's the Empress, the Divine Feminine. That's the Holy Spirit. You need to let Spirit guide you through this strife. There's the Star card. That's being guided by the stars, your higher self, the Holy Spirit, the Divine Feminine. So, oh yeah. This was the next top card, the Wheel of Fortune. So, for you, I think it's moving forward, progressing forward. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Letting Spirit guide you is going to get you through, because you can choose to be a member of a team and have it just be one team, or you can participate in duality. Okay, the Matrix, duality, oppositional conditioning. This is learning cooperation through strife, through conflict. We build team unity consciousness. And then actions reflect that. Okay, if you have inner strife, that Nine of Wands is like the burden you put on yourself. Then you're going to have conflict with others, that Five of Wands. But, you know, it's like we have to externalize things, express them. Like the Empress, she expresses, because she's the Divine Feminine. If it stays hidden and in the dark and not expressed, then it can't be healed. It has to come up to the surface, just like a pimple, or, you know, to get it out of your body, to be more divine. We have to purge that negativity, that bad bacteria, and so sometimes it's ugly, you know, strife. Sometimes it's ugly at first, but what the result of it is purification. Okay, through expression, we purify those burdens that we're carrying in our energy body, that Nine of Wands. Okay, so we have to let the Spirit guide us. We have to let our higher selves give us, it's constantly that we're just not listening, you know, if we're still in conflict and not learning from the conflict. So she's in her heart space. That's where that's what drives her, is her heart. That's where she receives, perceives. So let's see what details come out with these cards. See if one pops, and then if so, we'll take the bottom and top card, because that's how Spirit gives it to me, because they know that's how I work, and that's how I've been guided to do it. And so that's usually, unless I'm guided otherwise, and then I go with that. So always trying to maintain that full presence in the now. Yeah, that's what the Empress does. She doesn't worry about the repercussions of expressing herself. because she knows that to be authenticity and fully present and aware, fully present, fully authentic in each now, then there is no karma or repercussions. There's only that truth of that full expression, awareness of self in that now. I know this might seem deep, but Libra, I think you can handle it. You're air sign, so we're going deep with it with you. This is like really channeling spirit in here. Okay, so none are gonna pop. King of Swords was kind of sticky. That's what, it's extreme clarity of everything, thought, vision, everything, knowing how to prioritize, to let your spirit guide you, that comes from being heart-centered. When you're heart-centered, you're not afraid to be vulnerable, express vulnerability, all of those things. There's no fear. Okay, the Four of Cups wanted to turn around, so we'll see. Okay, we're going to pick some, I think. The Moon card. Yeah, that's the Divine Feminine. Okay. And I'll show you on this Four of Cups. Okay, so Two of Cups at the bottom. Empress at the top. Ah! And there's the Moon card again. Damn! I'm just telling you, the angels impress me with their magic and stuff. I mean, it shouldn't be unbelievable. I should be used to it by now, but that's the thing about it, is that the divine is so amazing. It just, no matter how many times, it's still so amazing. So, in this Four of Cups, as you can see, so this is kind of like the Empress right here. You know, she doesn't care what she looks like. If she loves someone, doesn't want them to go, she'll throw herself on the ground, hold on to you, drag in the dirt, cry, bellow. It doesn't matter to her what she looks like to other people. All these people on the Ferris wheel are seeing her. She looks like some crazy woman. She doesn't care. She's following her heart's desire. She doesn't care about the 3D. This isn't some fancy prince. But this is the one she loves. She doesn't care what it looks like to anybody else. And damn, I'm just saying, there's the Empress again, okay? Two of Cups is at the bottom. Empress, double Empress, okay? And that's what this card, I never got that from this card before, but I did this time because the Empress energy, I'm like, well, she's got to be the Empress. That's that vulnerability. Throw caution to the wind when you're following your heart. Chariot, that's triumph, mastery over your own energies, combining with another who has mastered their energies. This is also love, a higher dimensional existence. That castle, they're going up onto that hilltop. That golden castle, that pillar. Mastering ourselves is being in our heart space. We can be vulnerable. It's beautiful. It's powerful. It's divine. it's part of self-mastery. The more you master yourself, the more you call in your twin flame, your perfect soulmate, partner, other like-minded, okay, like not just minded, but energy, frequency, okay, so soul tribe, and you move up. This is that protection, being untouchable, because when you vibrate at a high frequency, just wanted to see something, okay, yeah, victory and healing. When our heart's broken, we don't want to be in our heart space. We have to heal that chakra. So the thing about the high vibrational frequency, literally, like the waves, okay, this is like a low vibrational frequency. Wom, 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 fear, okay, whatever. So when you're love vibe, okay, it's like high, lots of like frequency means how many crests and waves, pass a certain point in a certain given amount of time. Okay, a low frequency will only have maybe 3 crests, like, which is the tip of the wave. Okay, looks like just like a heartbeat or whatever, a wave, okay, on those machines, charts, whatever. So a low one, okay, doesn't have as much power. A higher vibrational frequency penetrates quicker. There's more waves, crests, and whatever the dips, I forget what those are called, but the crests are the tips of the waves, okay? So when it's such a high frequency, bam, 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 it's like, imagine it's like throwing punches every time. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, someone with something or someone of a lower frequency, okay, a person isn't, they can switch and choose what kind of frequency energy they want to engage in, high or low, okay, so, but the higher one is constantly throwing punches, bam, 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 okay, the lower one is just going boom, boom, boom. So they're never going to penetrate this thing that's going bam, 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 when this is just going boom. I can't do it both at the same time. Bam, 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 boom, boom, boom. Okay? So they can never penetrate because this is throwing punches at such a great frequency that this can never land a punch. That's what being untouchable is. That Chariot card, that's also your Merkaba. That's you in your energy field, untouchable, a bubble, because you've mastered your energies, you're perfectly balanced, and that comes from being in your heart space. And that's a very tender, vulnerable place to be, because it can be tricky being strong, but then following your heart and being open and raw and vulnerable too. So a lot of people don't want to be there. They want to be in their root chakra or their crown chakra or somewhere else. Their sacral, they want to feel their pain all the time. So Libra, very balanced, the center, the scale, the balance, the equilibrium. Okay, you have 2 empresses here. So, okay, 4 of cups, 2 of cups, very balanced again. So move forward through this strife to dump that load so that you can use it as a lesson to overcome that in the future, so that when it comes back around again, you know how to maintain that heart-centered Christ consciousness, okay? Because that's where you are the most balanced, and you're Libra, so you're always wanting to achieve and re-achieve and maintain and sustain balance. That's your biggest, that's why you're the scales, so. But your air, okay, the scales are in the air, okay? They balance each other out. There's nothing pulling, pushing. So you have to be internally balanced. Then everything around you, you create your reality from what's going on internally in your internal environment, your internal reality. So because it's air, it can shift you. So that's why Libra, it's not that they're always in balance, it's just they're always trying to maintain that balance. And because they're air sign, it can shift out of balance really easily. So a lot of self-mastery is involved with Libra maintaining, achieving, maintaining, sustaining that balance, okay? And balance, of course, is there. If the seven main chakras, the fourth one, the heart-centered, that's your heart chakra, the anahata, that's the center. There's 3 chakras above now and 3 chakras below. That's the center. So that's why it's so important for balance to, if we want to be balanced, that we stay in our heart. Okay, that wanted to flip over. Okay, heaven's on the bottom, 70. That reduces to 7. The number of God, the spiritual path, the spiritual seeker, truth tellers, whistleblowers, falling out of balance. That was the top card. That's 14, which reduces to 5, which is the strife. So falling out of balance. Yeah, and then heaven. Okay, so we're just talking about the heart and what card flipped over. Heart of the moment. Sorry, glary. And look, it's like a heart, a glowing center there. Your core. There's the angel. It's kind of like at the sacral, looks like, you know, to be heart-centered, we have to heal that pain of our childhood, whatever, past relationships, past lives. So the heart of the moment, that 16, that also reduces to 7, and the bottom card was 70, which reduces to 7. Okay, that's God. So, you know, balancing out God with God, light and dark, alpha, omega, it's all God. So, you know, there's just different aspects on either side. 7 and the 7. So we just need to balance out those aspects of God, which we are reflections of, okay? That's a perfect mirror image and reflection. You and another person, okay? Like a twin flame, you and God. You, your twin flame, and God all perfectly reflect each other, and like in the tree of life, Chokma and Binah, and then there's Keter, okay? It's like the 3 mirrors, the Trinity. You, your twin flame, and God are all perfect mirrors of each other. So you have to mirror yourself, take a look at what may be out of balance so you can get back into heart center, so that you can shine your radiance, okay? Not your pain and strife. So it's kind of like in the sacral chakra area. So maybe some restraint, some clearing of some past pain or trauma, you know, exercising restraint, self-control, different. Okay, so there's some, maybe some blockages there. Okay, that strife, 9 of Wands, that's preventing you from moving forward. When we keep progressing forward on our path, there's little treasures, little rewards, little tokens, you know, just like in a video game along the way. You get rewarded, okay? So it's in our own best interest, and when we do what's for the greatest good, that is what's best, because it benefits us as well. So being in that generous, loving, heart-centered place that the Empress always resides. No fear, remember? She doesn't have any fear because she knows she's protected. Because she's in her heart center. Okay, that's the highest vibration you can be. And when you're there, you're untouchable. Remember the high vibration, always throwing punches. So you're like in a protective bubble, okay? And it's a gift from God. So, but we can't block it. If there's a blockage, it's not going to be balanced and work that way for us. Something will be amiss. So that chakra, that I'm getting sacral, because it's really kind of reddish orange. But there's a heart around it. Like, that's how you heal your heart. That's how the pathway to the heart is healing your pain, right? So all past lives, your childhood from this life. And that there's all these angels. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. See, in the card, in person, you can really tell that, see, there's like angels all. So it's like these pulses from your heart. Once you heal all this pain, you can reside, it unlocks your heart. It kind of looks like there's a little hole there for a key. That's the key to unlocking your heart. That's the pathway to the heart, is healing that pain. And then you release those pulses, like those angels represent the rings, the pulse that beautiful energy radiates outwardly into the world. So you send out fragments of yourself, which are like angels, okay? And that's how we heal the planet. That's how we raise the vibration. Get into this new earth. Let's make this happen. That's how we do it. It's an internal process first. And that's how it goes. That's the order. That's what I'm getting anyway. That's what my guides are saying. My team of benevolence, Team God. Go Team God. We love you. All right, Libra, we love you too. We hope that at least one person got at least one thing from this reading. I know I personally did. I think that was kind of magical, the way the Empress came up and that card flipped out. So, and the sevens. So just go with God. That's what I always say. That's the best way. That's the most effective, okay, and long-lasting, sustainable, maintainable. So go with God and you'll be okay. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me for your June reading. Look forward to the July one for next month. And until then, blessings to you all. Peace be upon you all. And again, I love you all. My dad's a Libra, so, and one of my best friends, so my loyal Libras. I love you guys very much. Very near and dear to my heart. So thank you and God bless you.